The Apple Watch Series 7 is still among the best wearables on the market, but a longer-lasting battery is still on the wish list for Apple users. While a whole day is what's advertised, that can fall short under heavy use. An Apple Watch is strapped to the wrist, so charging on the go isn't really an option, and it really needs to last all day, which is possible with a few helpful tips. Apple's smartwatch still comes with the same all-day battery life description as the original, usually clarifying that to mean 18 hours, which is 6 hours shorter than an actual day. That was decent battery life for 2015 but feels a bit low 7 years later. Of course, part of the problem with running low at the end of the day is sleep tracking, which requires the Apple Watch to be at least partially active throughout the night. The Apple Watch Series 7 has a bigger battery capacity than the Series 6, but the difference is barely noticeable, an increase of 1.6% for the larger model and 6.8% for the smaller model. This would lead to a somewhat longer battery life if everything else remained the same. However, the always-on display is brighter on the Apple Watch Series 7, and the screen is larger, meaning the extra capacity still results in the same 18-hour claim from Apple, with disclaimers that battery life will vary depending upon use. That means some very active users might find it needs to be charged more frequently than expected. However, there are ways to extend battery life. Which Apple Watch features use battery? If the Apple Watch is powered on and not connected to the charger, it uses the battery. So every single feature uses power and shortens runtime. Some draw more power than others, and disabling or limiting use will help extend battery life. For example, with most mobile technology, lowering the screen brightness is one of the best ways to make the device last longer. This is particularly true of the Apple Watch Series 7, with its larger and brighter always-on display. Users can lower the display brightness in the Settings app, and Always On can be switched off and replaced with Wake On Wrist Raise and Wake On Crown Up. This might be enough to get through the day with enough power left for sleep tracking. Operating on a cellular signal uses more battery, so carrying the paired iPhone has a significant effect. To toggle cellular off, swipe up and tap the cell tower icon. In Siri settings, turning off Listen for Hey Siri will reduce battery use a bit as well, since that is a background task that must continually run and analyze the microphone input. Raise to speak and press Digital Crown are nearly as convenient and save speaking the wake words. With some combination of these tips, users can extend the battery life of the Apple Watch Series 7 during the day while reserving enough power for sleep tracking at night. Turn on low power mode to extend battery with watchOS 9. Apple is finally bringing a low power mode to all Apple Watch models eligible for the update, and that includes the Apple Watch Series 7. To turn on low power mode, open Control Center on the Apple Watch, tap the battery percentage icon, and turn on the toggle next to low power mode. Alternatively, open Settings, tap Battery and turn on low power mode. Users can also scroll to the bottom of the low power mode information screen to choose how long they want to enable it for. Users will automatically get an alert to enable the mode when the Apple Watch battery goes down to 10%. While low power mode can significantly extend an Apple Watch's battery life, it disables a few key features, including the always-on display, heart rate notifications, background heart rate and blood oxygen measurements, and start workout reminders. Other features are also affected, such as phone calls taking longer to make, Siri taking longer to respond to a request, and animations and scrolling appearing less smooth. Features like Wi-Fi and cellular connections, and incoming phone calls and notifications are also turned off when a connected iPhone isn't nearby. While low power mode isn't ideal to use throughout the day, it's useful to enable when an Apple Watch Series 7 is running low on power and users want to extend battery life until they can get to a charger. Source: Apple One 2.